Today is 617 day that I'm here to share lessons I learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I'm speaking for salespeople. So if you are a salesperson and you want to become the best salesperson, I truly believe that it's a time for you to listen. I will share seven attributes that you need to master or you need to be to really become the best in sales. So 7 attributes. So I'll share first those 7 attributes, and after that I will go one by one to explain why is that important. So first one is courageous, second resilient, third coachable, fourth is self-aware, fifth self-disciplined, sixth curious, and 7 integrous, or acting with integrity. So let's get started from the first one. Courageous. Why is it important to be courageous? Now, when you think about career in sales, there will be a lot of things that you will need to do for the first time. You will need to try new tactics, new ways. That means you need to be courageous to try new things. You need to be courageous to try new ways. At the same time, what is very important is you need to be courageous to ask tough questions, difficult questions, keeping people accountable. Because if you're not able to make someone else uncomfortable, most likely you will not be a good salesperson, because you will not be able to help people who are struggling to make decisions, who are struggling to take action. Because a salesperson is making a lot of money when he is helping to make decisions for people who are very indecisive. There's a lot of things that people do against their benefit. So that means you need to help them to overcome their fears, that they could take action and really help to improve their life. Number 2 is resilient. Especially at the beginning of sales career, you need to be super resilient, because you will have a lot of rejection. That means if you're not able to handle rejection, of course, you will not be able to keep yourself in sales. So that means that you need to be resilient, and every single time when you have a setback, you bounce back and keep moving forward. Bounce back and keep moving forward. So that means you need to make sure that you're able to handle rejection. That's why you need to be very resilient. Number 3 is coachable. That is essential. I love what Jeremy Miner says from NNPQ as well. He always says that low six-figure people have highest egos because they feel that they know everything about sales. But there's so much more to learn about sales, so that people who really are good in sales making millions of dollars a year. So that means that there is a ceiling is very high. So that means you always need to be humble and look for ways how to improve. That means that you're able to go so different places. You can find the opportunities where you can improve. And you always need to be relentless looking for ways how you can improve your skill. Because I love saying that sales is not a numbers game. Sales is a skill game. So the better skill you have, the more chances you're able to become the best, and the more chances you have to help someone to make a right choice. Number 4 is self-aware. And that is very important. Again, back to coachable, because self-aware and coachable are always supposed to work together. Because if you're coachable, but you do not know what to focus on, that means that you will lose a lot of time. Because if you want to grow fast, you need to be self-aware. Now, why is that? Because sales closes it's a big process, theoretically. Like, let's say that 7-8 steps in a sales. So that means if you know exactly what is your emotional ability, what is your weaknesses, what is your strengths, where you are good at, so that means that you're able to focus on one aspect of the sale and go all in. So find a mentor, find a guide, find a course, find a book, find anything. That means that you're able to find one thing to focus on, that one thing. Because sometimes when you fix one aspect of the sales, your sales could grow exponentially. While if you focus on all aspects of sales and growing little by little, that is growth 100%. But if you focus one thing at a time, a lot of times it could grow exponentially. So self-awareness is allow you to know what to focus now. That really could bring you the most benefit and bring most results. Number 5 is self-discipline. This is very essential, because we need to understand what is important and do the things. Now, I love this saying that when you do hard things, your life is easy. When you do easy things, your life is hard. Exactly the same in sales. So that means when you look into your activities and sales activities, what are the hardest things? What are the easy things? It's really easy to look into your list, create a CRM and make a list to call, and then think about what you will do and what you will say. But the hardest thing is really picking up the phone and calling. So that means that you need to do hard work all the time. Focus. What is the hardest thing? And do the hardest thing always first. Because when you do the hard thing, your life will be easy because you will be able to make a lot of money. So self-discipline is very important because you need to discipline yourself to do the hard work first. Number 6 is curious. And curious is essential as well. Now, in sales, a lot of times people say, like, you need to know your product and you need to be very, very good in product. But then when you think about knowledge of the product and being curious, knowledge of the product and being curious, which one do you think is more important? Knowledge of the product that you sell or being curious? And I truly believe that curious is much more important than knowledge product. And why is that? Let's look into that. First thing, when you just say that you know your product very, very well. So you did an amazing pitch. You even proud of yourself. You did so good. But the person feels that you do not understand their situation. And you don't understand their problem. And you try to pitch the product to the wrong problem. And they feel, I don't know, why am I supposed to be product? Like, I will waste my money and time buying this product, even though that I understand that it might be that this is the best product, but I just do not see value in it. Now, when you look into other side, let's look into curious. Now that you don't speak about your product, but you always ask a lot of questions, question after question, and you really understand the problem of the prospect, and you understand their problem, and the prospect knows that you understand it very well. Now, at the moment, because you and the prospect understands the problem, has that gap between where they are and where they want to be, and they have an urgency to change. At that moment, they have a huge gap. And they said, oh, I need to do something about it. Now, because they have a huge gap where they are, where they want to be, they have urgency. They said, any kind of problem will do because they need to take action. If they feel, I need to take action, I need to fix this problem. So that means they will buy almost anything that really will support to fixing their problem. So that means at that moment, they don't care that your solution or your product could be the best. What they care about is that they need to take action now. So that's why I always believe that curiosity, understanding problem is much more important than knowledge of product. It's very important to have a knowledge of product and have the amazing product. But at the same time, first is more important to understand the prospect. And number 7 is integrity, or working with integrity. And that's again, being curious, understanding the product, and working with integrity is always work hand in hand. Because now when you understand the prospect and you know the product, you need to work with integrity. That means that if you feel that the prospect is not the best for this product, you say that, I don't think that is the best product for you at this moment. Maybe it will be in 2 years, maybe in 5 years, maybe never, but it's not the best. Because when you work with integrity, every single time when you say that this is more, I don't think that is the best option for you. And I think maybe you need to go to their first, to other maybe competitor to find what you're looking for. Because when you're able to do that, you show integrity, and the business will come to you because people see that you are working with integrity. That means if you say to someone that, no, I don't think that this is the best option. Now, when you will feel that product that you sell is the best option for someone else, you will have much more ability to say this I truly believe is the best option for you. So that means every single time when you qualify someone, you will have much more power in that saying because you're working with integrity. Because sales is a long-term thing. Sales is a follow-up game. The sales is a long life activity. So that means when you work with integrity, people know you, and people come back to you in a year or 2 or 5 because they know that when you will say something, when you will share your opinion, and when you will ask curiously all the questions, understand the prospect, and you share something else, I truly believe that your life in sales or in general will be much more beautiful, because integrity is one of the most beautiful parts of life, because every single person will trust what you say and trust the product that you offer. Now, sales is a beautiful career, but sales is very demanding of you. That's why people a lot of times do not pursue sales, because it's very demanding. But I truly believe that because it's very demanding, it's very lucrative. But a lot of times people who are seeking fast money to go in sales, and they're not making a lot of money because they didn't work on themselves. And if you want to really succeed in sales, you need to start working on yourself as well. So that means you look into what is most important in sales, and now again, courageous, resilient, coachable, self-aware, self-disciplined, curious, and integrous, working with integrity. And if you're working very hard to become that kind of person, you will attract money. You will attract business. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.